Good evening, good morning, depending where you're at, folks. It's me, always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, this is it's a weekend. It's Mother's Day weekend. So if any out
Yes.
there you have your mother, say hello, let her know. As you know, who if you follow my channel, you know my mother passed away about 4 years ago. I
Oh,
want to wish to her a heavenly Mother's Day. I miss your mom. You know, she was my woman. You know, I mean, you never, like I said, a boy's first love is always going to be his mother. You know, girlfriends and wives come and go, but you always have a mother. So anyway, folks,
yeah.
as you know, one of my identities is I am, as you might call me. Like one of my identities is Jerome, and he is a player in the Himalaya. And you know what? He loves it when it goes international because he's an international player. So I got here
Oh,
as a
that's
lovely
quality.
lady. Yeah, I got a lovely lady from down under. It's been a while since I got an opportunity to interview a lady from Australia. She lives in Australia. She just turned pro last weekend in Melbourne. This is the
Yes.
lovely Mrs. Tracey Guile, and Miss Guile is an IFBB Physique pro,
Yes.
and she's been competing for a good while. And we're going to talk to her about her plans for when it comes to her pro debut, what got in sport, and just really have a little fun and conversation here. So, man, welcome, thank you. And this is a question I ask you, ladies: what got a lovely lady like yourself in a sport, as we call it, muscle and masculinity? Please share.
So, when I was, what happened, I grew up in South Africa. I was born there. I played a lot of sport. My parents were both English. They split, and my mum took us to the UK, back to the UK. When I got there, there was no sporting teams for girls in the school. They said, "Oh, you can play mixed basketball at lunchtime if you want to." I was like, "Oh, great." Anyway, there was a gym down the road. It was an old school bodybuilding gym called Beauty and the Beast. And so I went down there and I got myself a job as a receptionist there. So I was like 16. And I started just doing cardio. It's like, it's a bit intimidating for me to get in there. And I saw all these like great bodybuilders walking around. And you know what? Bodybuilders are such beautiful people. So as soon as like I got to know everybody, I was quite shy, young. I wasn't really very confident at all. And they kind of started taking me under their wing and I started training with them. And my home life wasn't so great at all. And, like I said, low self esteem. I didn't feel like I fit anywhere. I just moved as well. I had no friends. So the gym essentially became my family. And I just remember all this. And when I was in the gym and I started training, I realized I was actually really strong. And it was like finally something that I was really good at and something that made me feel good inside, something for me. And then as I trained more and more, I got a little bit more confidence, and that strength that came from the outside, I guess, started getting inside as well and filling me up with a little bit more self-esteem. It saved my life. Gym saved my life, really. I had a lot of issues, body dysmorphia, bulimia, um, all those sorts of things. I would like, hurt myself. And when I started finding this family in the gym where people, all supported each other and trained, and you got to go like it was a guaranteed thing for me. When I walked into the gym, like you lift up a weight and you put it down and you're stronger. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter what happens in the outside world.
Wait,
It didn't matter what happened at all in the outside world. As long as I was in there, I was, getting fitter, getting stronger. All my worries were away. It was, yeah, it became like my happy place, my relaxed place, and my home. And like I said, I was super strong. So I was, I was beating all the boys. And a lot of the female bodybuilders used to come in there too. And I used to look at them and go like, wow, like they are so strong and so beautiful. And so different too. Do you know what I mean? So it's like in a way, like we grew up. When I grew up, it was all about the supermodel age. The
mm,
girls with the skinny legs and the box gap between the legs. And you've seen my legs; they ain't never going to be a box gap there ever.
no, no, you have to be no gaps. Yeah,
No
I know.
gaps.
Like I said, I interviewed a couple ladies who are from South Africa. One lady, Tiana Flex, she's still there. She is IFB pro. There's also Lee Karus, she's a pro. She's originally from South Africa, and some couple ladies who are amateurs. And also the UK is
Yeah.
bodybuilding growing for the last few years. I remember people like Pollock Birkinshaw. I remember there's Lisa Cross.
Yes.
Bernie Price. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
long. It's still it's kind of growing, you know. And you're in Australia. You know, a lady who I interviewed a while back. She was I considered a nice young lady. Kristen Lay. I interviewed her. This is my first time I interviewed. I interviewed.
Yes, she was a friend of mine.
Yeah,
Yes.
and no,
Yeah.
and I remember when she passed, a friend of hers that was a friend of mine told me about it, and we were in
Yeah.
contact for a good bit. And I know, and
Yeah.
I just interviewed figure competitor Lisa Sega, and you know, it's really the sport really has expanded the last few years.
Yes, it
We
really
here
has.
we got here a man Rolando G coming through. Says, "Hey George, Tracey Guile, looking so lovely, very beautiful." Yeah, shout out to
Thank you,
Rolando.
Rolando.
Also, my man Stephen Prey says, "Congratulations on your pro card." And
Thank you very
also,
much.
Rolando says, "Adore a lovely, chiseled woman such as yourself, Miss Guile. Your physique is phenomenal. Looks so excellent. Just discovered you on Female Bodybuilding Channel with JB, them, and the hooked lovely lady." Yeah, because like I said, that's how I discovered you too. Because I follow Female Bodybuilding Channel.
Oh, wow.
I even
Yes.
yeah, and I know you did an interview with David. And a while back, me and David about was it about in 2022? We're a little in a session with them with JB and AJ. Also, Asher Hadley and Chelsea Dion were talking about the Vancouver Pro. So,
Yeah.
when was your first time you started competing as a
So I
bodybuilder?
started competing in 2010. So I did, the first federation I did was NABA WFF, and I competed in figure. So my very first show was it was like it was quite stressful because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what my body would do. I didn't know how I was going to look. I had a group of friends helping me at that point. I met them in Australia, and they were so lovely. They helped me, but I had so much information, different information from different people. And so for me, like, I research everything that I do, or everything that's goes into what I'm doing. So I spent so much time, like, that person said that person said that. I made sure I researched everything, thought what would be best for me, what would fit best for me, and kind of started putting it together. It was when I was like doing my late night walks. This is like way before 24-hour gyms. You know, I'd be out there in the streets. I had two staffies then, so they were my protection. And I would just walk and just imagine all those pro girls and just think I'm going to be one of those. That was in my mind's eye the whole time. I had no idea how I was going to look at all. I just remember, and I remember like it was yesterday, standing backstage, going on for that first show, and I didn't see anybody around me, I didn't hear anything or anything, but I stood on that stage, and I just went, wow! I was so proud of myself that I could stand there and know that I did absolutely everything, 100%. I ticked every single box, and I could be so proud to stand there no matter what the result may have turned out to be, that I did this and I managed to reach my goal despite all the obstacles and all the uncertainty and all the tears and everything. I got it. I made it. And I won that show, which was pretty incredible. I won my first show, which was amazing. And I guess that kind of solidified my career going forward. It was the best feeling. It really was, to stand up there and know that I'd done my absolute best and ticked all of my boxes, and I could be proud of myself more than ever before.
Yeah, because it's tough. Because people got to understand, this sport is probably one of the toughest sports, especially for a woman. You're
Yes.
changing your body. You're changing what people like said. You were dealing with being overweight and bulimia and body dysmorphia, but you're
Yeah.
putting on this muscle, and it's a different look that a lot of people are not very comfortable with about women with muscle.
That's right.
But
Yeah.
as a content maker, Auntie ladies, I really, when my interviews, I really understand what y'all go through. You
Yeah.
go through a lot.
Do.
We got some people coming through here. We got my man. Shout out to my man Davis Adams coming through. Thank you, Davis. And also, this is a surpriser. This is you are special. I have
What?
here
Oh my God. Oh my God.
IFBB
No
Pro
way. Oh my
2022
God.
Women's Physique Champion Natalia
Natalia,
Correjo.
I love you
Yes,
so much. Oh my
she
God.
I like I said, she's been on one of my live streams before, and and maybe Natalia, if like I said, she did compete at the Pittsburgh Pro. Maybe you ever get a chance, you can come on. I'm not one of your biggest fans, but I do respect your work. And right here, this is from a
That is
man.
so amazing.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, I appreciate when I get women like this who follow my channel. It really, really
Oh,
makes me
yeah.
proud as a content maker. So,
No, Natalia is beautiful too. I remember I messaged her a couple of years ago too, and she messaged me back, and I said to her like, you're just my idol, and I love everything about you. Your feminine, your grace, your muscle. Like, I want to grow up to be just like you. And she
well,
messaged me
she has
back,
something
and
to say
she
to
was
you
so
here. She
sweet.
said, "Hi, Tracy. Sending you kisses, hugs. Hope you to be backstage with you sometime soon,
Oh my
sis."
God, me too, Natalia. I really, really hope that really, really soon.
And this
What
is from my
shows are you
man
doing?
Lawrence Perkins. Shout out to Lawrence Perkins. Says, "Good evening, Tracy, George, and everyone in the
Hey,
chat. Thank
Lawrence.
everybody knows Lawrence. He is he's just a really cool guy. He really anytime I have him as a guest, ladies know him out the back. He's a great guy. So now we get to the nitty gritty.
Okay.
So what was that feeling when they told you you were now an IFBB pro?
Oh my God. I was just, my heart wanted to explode out of my chest. It was just, it's been 10 years working for that card. And like taking the feedback, the disappointments, and knockbacks, pushing and pushing, and to be on that stage and to know that it was unequivocally mine, I won that, I earned that card, was just, it was the best feeling in the world. And so many people pulled together to make that happen in extraordinary circumstances too, which made the whole experience like even more amazing, to get like approval from head office and to get approval from Bev Francis, to have our promoter Tony Doherty put my case forward along with Bev to the head office before the show so they could award me in front of my friends and family, was just, everything was amazing. That everything that went with it, the whole backstage IFBB staff all looked after me so well. They, all the hugs and the kisses, and they're all so proud of me. So it's not just the card. Like when I held the card, it was just like this dream that I had for so long was finally reality. And I can move on to my next dream. But I
Yeah,
just, I don't, I was so, so proud, just not of myself, though, of everybody that has supported me over the years, and everyone, especially after the Queensland show as well, and all the interview side, and all the people from around the world noticed me, and everything that happened in those 2 weeks, all the ups, the downs, the uncertainty, and then to stand there and receive that pro card was one of the best days of my life. And I was so proud because I earned that, and I worked so hard along with the help of so many other people too. So a lot of people went into this card. And I
well,
appreciate every single
take a
thing
deep
that
breath.
happened leading up to it.
Yeah, take a deep breath. Just a little bit clear. Take a deep breath. Okay, guys,
Pardon?
then we're gonna think about something. Take a ooh,
Okay.
okay, okay. We got some comments here. My man Rolando G. He says, "I can't believe Tracy, you were heavy. You look like you have like this all your life. Congratulations on your IFB Pro card." This is from my man. Uh, this is from my brother here. Let me pull him up
Yeah.
here. Yeah. KL the Wander. He says, "Hey, what's up, George and everyone? Thank you, KL." And
Yeah,
also,
Ken.
this is from my man Rolando. He says, "You deserve a hug, Tracy." Yeah, I know you
Thank
why
you.
you want to hug Rolando. Well, I know why. So, also, this is from my man KL. He says this. He says, "Congratulations on getting your pro card." This is from Davis. He says, "You are amazing,
Oh,
Tracy." And I mean, I tell you, yeah, like I said, Tracy, one of my favorite shows was the Chappelle Show, and there was a skit with Charlie Murphy where he meets Prince, and Prince is hanging his guy named Nikki Free. Now he was part of a group called Shalimar, but he thought Mickey Free was a girl, he was a dude. And then and they talk about Mickey Free, said, "Yo, Prince, Shalimar got a new girl. She finds a motherfucker." These guys, that's how they act when I get one of these ladies in here. Say, "George got a new girl. She finds a motherfucker." He excited. I mean, she has a great laugh. Don't you love her laugh? It's just really, it's like,
thank you.
yeah, you're welcome. And like I said, now, and you would get you getting they petition for your pro card. 'Cause sometimes we all know usually there's not enough competitors because you posted there was only you and another lady that was I think it was Char
Yes.
Tardis, yeah,
Yes,
and
that's correct. Yeah.
yeah, and they petitioned for you. And Bev Francis, that's a legend. That's a
Oh,
lady
she's a
who,
legend.
yeah,
Oh my God. And when
she
she said she
really,
wanted to come up on stage and have a picture with me, I was just hugging her and hugging her.
yeah,
She
because
is an absolute legend. And what she said about me was beautiful. She said, such nice things. She said I was the whole package, the presentation, the posing, not just the body and the physique, but the aura for the audience as well. It was a great honor for her to say those words and to stand there with her. That was very, very amazing.
Yeah, because Beth Phoenix, I've been fan for a long time. She changed the sport of bodybuilding, especially for women.
Yes, yes, she
Multiple
did.
time Olympic competitor. As you know, next weekend is the New York Pro, which is the show that her
Yes,
and her husband Steve been running for a long time. At one
yeah,
point, it did kick that women's bodybuilding, but it brought it back in, which is fair. At one point, even he got physique, but it brought it back in because you know what, it belongs there because you ladies
yes,
need a place. As you know, if you've been watching or following the news lately, just saw recently, Jack Tatone, who runs the Midwest promotion, he this next year would not have women's physique
I saw that.
at the St. Louis Pro, and also he's
Yeah,
saying that they're going to see how the how most
Omaha.
definitely how Omaha's going to do. If not
Yeah,
enough women, it's going to get kicked out too, like it did with women's bodybuilding. How do you
yeah,
feel as a competitor, seeing that even though your division was supposed to be the replacement for women's physique for women's bodybuilding, it's still like
yeah.
getting that same stink eye. Like it's not in the Arnold, it's not being at some shows, it's
Yeah,
being
it's not
pushed
an
out.
Arnold's anymore. Yep, yeah. I'm disappointed. I really am. I'm disappointed. But we'll fight our way back. We'll fight our way back.
Well, one of my favorite
What the
characters is
great thing
Rocky.
was as well from the show, like we didn't have the competitors for the show, but afterwards and even before I went on stage, there was about three or four girls backstage, and they said, Tracy, they said we just loved watching at Queensland, and then obviously when I won, they said we just loved watching you on stage. You're so inspiring. Your beauty and your grace, along with all the muscles, and they're like, we want to do physique now as well. So for those three or four extra girls, I think we got. But
Yeah,
that is a great honor to be able to do that, to try and re-inspire some people to actually step up. And because I know it's a hard category to do, it is hard for females to do. But like it comes from fear a lot too, and a lot of people, they kind of want to, when they go to a competition, they want to win straight away. And it's like you've got to put in the work too. But the work is the fun part. Like you put in the work, you see where you sit, you make the changes, you see how you get better, and you make some more changes, and you get better and you get better, and eventually you are just right. It's a whole journey, and I hope that I can inspire some more people to take that step, because there's a lot of figure girls that are just right there as well that they could easily push up easily, and be that beautiful physique with the small waist, the wide. They've already got their wide lats, just a bit more size in their arms and quads. You know what I mean? So I really think that we need to pull together to try and revive women's physique, because it is a beautiful muscular division and deserves to be there. We deserve to be there.
yeah. Also, we have your comments from a man. This from a man, Curtis L. Jordan Jr.
Yes.
says, "You like you like Street Fighter because I noticed that your last name is from the character on the game. I used to remember we
Correct.
used to love playing Street Fighter. We was more Mortal Kombat when we were kids. But yeah, we remember Guile. He
Yep.
was the one with the blonde hair and the
That's
he
how
was
my
the
hair
like
used to be. I used to have short little blonde hair.
yeah, I used to love playing that game when we were kids, but we were more Mortal Kombat when we were growing up. Also, this was
Yeah.
for my man KS says, I don't even think she knows what you are talking where you about. You mentioned the Chappelle show, but it seems like she understood what you were saying about us. Yeah, KL, he's a hater. He like always hates. So he's my brother. I love him. But also, this is for and then
I know
Rolando
it's
G
a good
says,
thing.
I'm really thinking you be great, would be go compete at the Alina Popa show. Well, the problem is the Alina show is exclusively women's bodybuilding. It's
Yes, it
no
is.
other division.
It's not women's
Is
physique. Yeah.
exclusively women's bodybuilding. But there are
Yeah.
quite a few shows. There's the Portugal, there's the Imperio in Spain, which is because they moved women's bodybuilding over to that show because European Championship is gone. There's also the Muscle Fest, and I think there's going to do a show
Yes.
in the UK also. I think Two
Yes,
Bros.
correct. They are. Yeah, I've got all the shows lining up on my phone.
Yeah. So you are
Yeah.
going to plan to make your pro debut this year, or you feel like you want to
Yes,
wait?
absolutely am. Absolutely am. The promoter actually, he's in Pittsburgh at the moment, and he messaged me and he said, Tracy, you should be here. I think you could have won. And I was
Yeah, I
like,
know.
"Ooh." And then, of course, he asked me if I would go to New York Pro next week. But I don't have the funds for that at the moment, so I'm planning it. So the first one that I was planning would be the one in 5 weeks in Spain.
The Imperial. Yeah.
Um, yes. So, and then to go over to the US in August and do like a mini tour there. Do like Tampa, Texas, Rising Phoenix. Yeah, so this is a plan that I started putting together yesterday. So to do pro debut this year and I hopefully qualify for Olympia.
Well, that's pretty good because, like I said, the Tampa show, that's Tim Gardner. That's been around a good while. The Wings of Strength, which is the women's body department, there's the Arizona Pro, which is the show we have all the divisions.
Yep,
Also, the what's the other show you mentioned? The Texas Pro. As you
yep.
know, Sarah Vilgas, she puts up the prize money for that show, $20,000. No, I think it's
Wow. I didn't
fifteen
even
thousand
know
dollars.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's a good chunk of change. That's probably the most money that outside of the Olympia that women in the
Yeah.
physique
Wow,
division
I didn't
get.
know that.
Yeah.
Thank
Also,
you.
this is from my man KL. He says, "Yeah, I do admire your physique, Tracy." This is
Thank you,
from
Kale.
Davis. He says, "Absolute woman." Absolute.
Thank you.
And this is from Stephen Prey. She looks amazing, and
Thank
this is
you.
from Davis says, absolutely, woman bodybuilding are the best. Yeah, I love them too. Yeah, they're my fans. And also,
Yeah.
this is my man KL. He always picking on me. He
I'm the
says
joker.
he's a no, no, KL, because
Listen, I had
I'm a particular type of criminal. KL, no one can
it's
take
the
the place of
laugh,
me.
right,
I'm the
Kale?
best at what I do. And KL, if you're good at something, you never do it for free, and that's why I don't know.
True.
He so yeah, so down, calm down. So, folks, while we have her here, we're going to jump into social media for a bit, look at some stuff, look at some pictures and some other content. If you like to follow Tracy, her social media stuff is in the description of this live stream. You can check it
Thank
out. You can follow her, support her. But guys, and Tracy's no offense to you, this is what I say every time I do this interview because there's guys out there who are weird. Guys, no D pics. Stop it.
thank you.
Get
Yes,
some
please.
help.
Thank you
I
very much.
know, I know she's a pretty lady. She got a nice physique. I know you get that little, tinkle in you like that. But come on, guys, women don't like that. Come on,
Nah,
have respect.
nah.
So
Say
anyway,
that
we're
with
gonna.
my girlfriends sometimes who talk to me. They're like, I don't understand. Why do guys send dick pics? Like, it's ugly. Why don't they send me a picture of themselves with a dog or a puppy? Way cuter. That'll
Well,
pick up way more girls.
as men, we think that some guys think that what they got between their legs is something special. It's not. It's either looks like a turkey neck or a thumb. You know, I mean, what y'all got between your legs is special. We look at it all day we want, but that's a different situation. So we can jump into her IG here, and we see here as she is getting her hug. And who's hugging you right here?
So that was my very first coach when I entered the women's physique division 10 years ago. That was my very first coach then. He works backstage at the show, and it was just amazing. It was kind of like a full circle thing. He was the first one that believed in me that I could do that category women's physique. It was brand new then, and we coached me for about 2 years together. And when I came off stage and I saw him, I gave him the biggest hug. And I said, I said, you're the first person that believed in me to be able to do this category. And it's been a long road, but of everyone that I thanked on stage, I said, you're part of those first people because this is part of yours as well. If you believed in me and you've been with me the whole time through the journey, even if it's from afar at some cases, but you're a part of this as well. And I thank you with all my heart. And then he said to me, "You fucking bitch, you make me cry."
Well, that's a thing. Some men we don't want to cry because we see like we cry we be weak, but it shows that you have strength. But this is from the
Yes.
pictures from the show, and you look pretty good. I mean, it's only two competitors. You look very impressive, and I think
Thank you
they
very
did
much.
the right thing by going for your pro card. And here is this with your lovely husband, and what's his name?
Yes. Milad.
Milad. Yeah.
Milad.
All right. And I remember watching with Dave. He's originally from Iran. He also competes.
Yes, he does. Yes, but they took this year off to just help and support me to make this dream become a reality. And he's been truly, truly amazing. He really has. He's quite the diva himself.
I see.
He's in charge of all the fashion and the hair and all the rest of it.
When y'all two meet,
We met at the gym, of course.
uh,
And we met at the gym. He didn't speak much English then. Things were so perfect. Like we could never argue or anything. We just had a connection. He started learning more English. We started arguing. I said, "Can you stop learning English?" But no, he's my heart. He's my everything. He pushed me to do these shows as well. He never stopped believing in me, even with all the uncertainty coming up to nationals and the pro qualifier. And he was just always there in my corner, always believing me, always like 100%. Even like he wouldn't let me doubt myself. He's such a big heart. He's such a big, beautiful man, and he literally would do anything for me. I love him to death. Love him to
You know,
death.
where he is with the legend herself, Bev Francis, and she stood up
Yes,
for you. That's
she
great
did.
for someone like her to, especially
Oh,
for someone like who has a lot of potential. And that's is here's where they are talking to you right here. What's the answer, Bev?
yeah.
Yes! Sorry, is she as good or better than wisdom? What's the answer, Bev? Yeah, getting that from Bear Francis, like it's like being
I
like
know.
uh, it's like being pointed by like like a legend, just like having
I
like
know exactly. It was
yeah,
like the most incredible win I could never have imagined of winning the pro card in such an extraordinary way. It was amazing, absolutely incredible.
yeah. And here's a video here. You guys gotta be. That's
Oh
why I
yeah.
tell guys
SEX the Y.
you gotta be careful. You gotta mute it because the YouTube's always. What do you feel like is your best feature?
So it used to just be legs. So that was a thing for me. So my symmetry, because my legs were always big, my upper body wasn't symmetrical. It also made my waist look a little bit wider too. So I really focused this last 2 years on bringing down, well, keeping my legs the same, so maintaining, but really growing my upper body to create the actual symmetry, bringing my waist in even tighter. And I achieved that, which is really amazing. So I do all my own training programs, and my food and everything too. So I really believe in mind control, like mind and muscle control, and then working together and focusing on a body part. I really believe that helps it grow. So I really focused these last 2 years on creating that balance and symmetry that I needed.
Yeah, and that's
And
real
I
important
love
about
making
really
my
about.
routines. I really do.
And that's the important part about especially for physique division. You want that good amount of condition, not so much about size, about conditioning. Brings
Yeah,
a certain type of look, especially that smaller waist. This is from the show where we got a lot of attention for you. This was a show in Brisbane where you won,
correct.
and
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and if, both you ladies, you and the lady who took second looked very impressive. I mean, yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
she
hope we
was
get to see.
impressive. She's a friend of mine too. She's a beautiful,
Uh,
beautiful woman. And when I knew that she was competing, I was like, "Whoa, I gotta work hard for this." She made me work harder. I thanked her afterwards. She really, really did. She really did.
yeah. Well, we hope we get to see her maybe competing and probably getting her opportunity to get a pro card. Like I said, it is
Yes,
tough
it
to
is
get
very
that pro
tough.
card because
Yeah.
I've met ladies who been competing like 20, 30 years as
Yes, that's
amateur,
true.
and
Yeah.
then they get a pro card. And I know some ladies who got the pro card say, you know what, I'm done. I got the pro card, so
Yes. Very common.
what's the point?
Yeah, very common.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
like getting the pro card now is just like, oh my god, I have a new adventure, a new journey, and step up and a new level to push to. And yes, I'm excited. I am so excited, as you can tell.
yeah. I know it's a exciting thing because you know what? It's a lot to be a competitor in this sport, especially the expense of being a bodybuilder. 'Cause, it
Yes,
costs more you ladies to compete compared to the men. The guys got to wear a pair of banana hammocks and board shorts. You ladies,
correct.
not
Yeah,
counting just, yeah, you have your hair, your makeup, tanning, the cost of traveling, your suits
bikini.
right there. Yeah, the suits,
Yeah,
that's right there. That could be your rent, your mortgage, but you
yes,
have to love the
man.
sport. Yeah, you have to love the sport to do it.
I
You know.
do. I truly do love it. I truly do love it. I love everything it's taught me, like every lesson, every experience. Every time I've pushed through a hard patch or improved on something I was really focusing on, like everything, it just makes you grow as a person as well. And taking a lot of like taking everything as a lesson rather than like if it's a disappointment, something disappoints you, take it as a lesson. Take something from it and you turn it into something positive, because you have
Hmm.
to stay positive, you have to stay focused on your dreams, and it doesn't matter about the external influences. That all comes from inside here. You got to fight with your heart.
We got here from some man Rolando G. He says this. He says, "Your husband seems to be an awesome guy.
He is.
Also, this is from a man KL. He says this. He says, Tracy, eventually, would you move from physique to women's to bodybuilding? Would you consider
I
that, or you feel like you're perfect where you're at?
I feel good where I'm at too, but you never know what the future holds and what comes with, as you know, you just take as you can. At the moment, I've just got my physique pro card, so I'm just gonna. That's in my head now, and I'm just gonna aim to be the best physique competitor I can be, and then we'll see what the future holds after that. Anyway, so. Like I have a team, and one of my coaches does say I could easily push up to bodybuilding. But for now, I'm really happy where I am with the physique that I have actually built up until this point, and I really want to make it the best women's physique that I can.
Hmm. We have a comment from a man KL. He says, this he says, you might as well don't show the video if you don't want guys to see her D pics. I'm just saying. Well, the thing is, KL, it's I you should be able to show the videos, but some people need to know how to behave. Because you know what? So again, I know when doing this content, there's like bodybuilding, especially for the women, has become a big fetish in the last few years.
Yeah, that's true.
Um,
Yeah,
back in the day, it wasn't very popular, but it really has grown so popular. It's not as popular as come to the mainstream sports, but for one thing, especially thinking about the spins, some ladies they do stuff to circumvent to circumvent for to pay for the competitions. Like as we all know, and this is no offense, this is what I call them. They are the beat the meat websites. There's
oh
sites
yeah,
like
yeah,
OnlyFans, Her
yeah.
Biceps, those things. But what's your career? What you do? How you make your money?
I'm a personal trainer and a coach as well. So I do online, I do posing coaching and nutrition and one-on-one PT and online stuff too as well. So I do that. Yes, I do.
Yeah,
Yeah. I also
and I
have a
think, like I said,
platform as well, which I load a whole bunch of content on, so people can just experience my life, all the things that I do, all the training, walking the dogs, motivation stuff, how I've pushed through certain issues I've had in my life as well. And then I've got a YouTube channel which I'm launching next week too, and a podcast as well too, so I can talk to other athletes and discuss issues and all those types of things. I'm really excited for all these new opportunities that are opening up, so I can help more
yeah,
people. And yes,
the thing is about especially on social media. It's especially it's hard, especially to really grow on social media, especially with bodybuilding, and especially with you
yeah,
women. But if you have something that really gets people's attention, you get people to
yeah.
follow you, you can really grow. We have here's some comments from this is from my man. Um, Money J says, Tracy, you look incredible.
Thank you, Money
Also,
Jay.
this is from KL. KL also does content on Women's Body Business. Tracy, I know those quads. You must wear a skirt.
Oh yes,
You just,
skirts and tight dresses as much as possible.
that's the thing. Hey, Tracy, you gotta be careful especially with these smos out here. There's a smo saying, when you ladies rock hard, we'll rock hard. So it's just hey, we just get wild. Also, this is for my man, Money J says your traps look phenomenal from in the camera. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah, I think
thanks.
she. Yeah, they took. Also, his how long do you want to compete? So you've been competing a little over 10 years. You
So
feel
for
like you want to
14
keep.
years, I started in 2010. So I've been competing for 14 years. And I always said to myself that I will compete for as long as I enjoy it. So I don't know the end date for that because I'm still loving it.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I gotta learn what some people say. Bodybuilding is not a race; it's a marathon, and it's good to take your time. A while
Yes.
back, there were some ladies that passed away, some bodies that passed away,
Yeah.
and sometimes people try to find fast solutions. Especially, we all talk about always that bodybuilding is associated with steroids, pairs out, stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it's very a small, minute part of the sport.
Yes.
It's
Correct.
about
Yeah.
following a diet, healthy, consistency.
Yeah.
Like working out. Like my man Kale actually, I can ask you this question. Says, uh, "What's your favorite workout?" So when you're working out, what the workouts you like the most and one you like the least?
Okay. So what I like the least is calves and abs and biceps because they just burn and they're such small muscles. I do them all anyway, of course. My favorite is back and legs and shoulders and chest. So yeah, I pretty much love training everything, to be honest. I really love seeing the results. So I got implants probably, was it 3 years ago now? Nearly 3 years ago.
Hmm. Hmm.
Before that, when I was shredded, I had like full pec shreds, and when I got the implants, I got the dual implants, and it was like a quite maybe 2 years before I managed to get this part of my chest back. So probably in the last year, I've really started to get that part because it got under and over. So the main part, I've still now got shredded chest, and my chest is half back there, which I'm happy about. So it's good to see it come back. So I love training that more now. My back was a weak point, and I've managed to really pick that up and push it. So now I love training that. My shoulders were also a lot smaller, and I had injuries earlier on. So I had like an impingement in my shoulder. So I used to train each shoulder head separately until they grew and they grew until I could do an overhead press again because I couldn't do any overhead presses. So now I really love doing shoulders because you get such a good pump out of that and a really good burn. I know that I don't have an injury anymore, and just working for the body to and make the symmetry right. You know what I mean? With my legs, I don't have to train them as hard anymore, which is I kind of miss that. So like once a month, I put in a really heavy session, but the rest of it is just like little sessions for maintenance and to keep them nice and shredded and the detail there. And my glutes were also, I had no glutes when I first started competing, right? It was just a crack in my back. So I took a, really, I'm not even joking, like my butt cheeks didn't touch. It's the weirdest feeling. So I
So you
really
like you
have
say you
worked hard on building my glutes. So I really enjoy training those too. So yeah.
so,
So I think whatever I'm
so
focused on in the moment is my favorite body part, but all in all, I just love training. Like it's my relaxed time, it's my me time, it's my away from the world time. Yeah.
yeah. So you're saying like your back and your butt were connected. There was just no stop.
Yeah, that's right. Pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah. So when I got lean, it was the weirdest feeling because you're like, I don't even know what's happening back there. Is there something coming out or not? Like, I can't even squeeze them together.
Yeah, it's tough.
But I fixed
Here
that.
Here we got here comment from man KL. He's always making crazy comments. Says, "Don't show the videos if you or I think or don't show the videos if you know they can't control themselves. It's like Ryan on DD on the spot. He have an issue with someone making freak comment, but he's displaying the flexing. Well, like I say, it's just about you have to be more. Tracy looks like she is contest conditioned from what I'm seeing. She is preparing for a show where she said earlier she's planning to do a couple of your shows. She's going to make her pro debut. She's thinking about might doing the Imperio, which is in Spain. Also, she's going to come here to the U.S. to America, where and this is not about bodybuilding. Bodybuilding for a lot of people is like the movie Pretty Woman. There's a part where the guy says it's Hollywood. Everybody wants to come here, and that's what it is for bodybuilders. It's just more
Yes,
shows, more opportunities,
absolutely.
and it's a lot more popular because I remember I was talking with Christian how it wasn't as popular, like, especially around that time
No.
when bodybuilding started growing. It's really has grown because you talk about NABA. There was WBAA. There was a couple others. I remember you talking with
Yes.
David, where you were in other federations before you became part of the NPC.
Yeah, correct. Yes, yeah. So I was with the WBFF, WFF as well. Those two other ones, which was NABA, and then IFBB. Yes, because I ultimately always wanted to be on that Olympia stage. It is the
Yeah.
mecca of bodybuilding, and I love America. I've been many times, and everybody there is so nice. Like seriously, like when you walk around here in Australia, sometimes there's a lot of like people look at you like you're a freak. They'll say it as well, and it's like. But whenever I go to America, everyone is just so nice, and they're like complimentary, and everyone's like, "Hey man, you look so good." It's just like a really welcoming and warm people you are. You know what I mean? It's very accepting, and I know you're not. It's not everybody, but from my experience, whenever I've gone there, I've always had that. So I really love America.
Yeah, because I think we're a country that's a little bit more open minded, but still have that a little bit. We're
Yeah,
kind of like that cool kid on the block, but still have that old man mentality. We have a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
right. Yeah,
yeah, it's a great opportunity to come here. I think a lot of that's why I remember
Yeah,
Kristen. That's why she moved here a while back because
yeah,
it was more chances because she can. I think she did at least 4 or 5 shows before she passed, and
yeah,
also it's really growing in like countries like in the UK and in other European countries and even Australia. Maybe another so like Bev Francis or Kristen Inval or those legends that's still in Australia. Maybe they might get a few pro shows that way.
yes.
Yeah. We got comments here. Yeah, I said, Kristen, Tracy, I'm busy with these comments. These guys that get excited. Says, yes, Tracy, your chest is shredded, which can see keep up the great work. You're going to be a fantastic IFB pro. Also,
Thank you,
my man
Madam J.
KL likes to ask, do you also do calisthenics like pull-ups, dips, and push-ups in training? So, you know, how often you
I
train during
do.
your week?
What's my training like during the week?
Yeah.
So for my weaker body parts, I usually double up on them two. So I'll do them 5 times over a fortnight. I'm focusing on back for the last 2 years. So I've done 2 to 3 sessions of back a week, legs once, shoulders and chest once to twice, abs about 3 times a week, abs a week as well. So my
Mhm.
training rotates as well through the week. Obviously you can get like overtraining injuries and things like that too. So I also listen to my body a lot. So if I feel like there's a niggle or an injury or my back is getting tight, then I might train it just once that week. Go get some rehab, some massage, do some more stretching, and when it gets closer to, so for example, peak week, I'll do more of like the pull-ups and the push-ups and all that type of thing, lighter weights, leading up to it, just to burn off the glycogen fuels for the show. And also, you don't have a lot of strength left in you. You look really strong, but you don't have a lot of juice inside your body to move things, which is the point of coming down to get so lean for the show. But I love so my training programs that I put together are always different, focused on what I want to do for that particular time period, and I have a lot of fun writing those out and preparing them and planning them. So I
Mhm.
do, and also make sure that I do a lot of single-sided exercises, complementing the compounds. One side of the body is always stronger than the other. So to create balance as well, you need to make sure that your other weaker side is actually keeping up. So I don't have a discernible difference in strength on either side due to that type of training either, which is good. So I am left-handed, but I'm ambidextrous. I do most things with my right hand. So yeah, so the balance is good for that as well for the single-sided work.
Yeah, that's good that you figure out your plan because you're mostly doing
Yeah.
your own coaching, or you still have a coach.
So I have a team as well. So like it's like everyone has expertise and everything. So there's a group of us that work together, all good friends and everything, which is great. But yeah, I do my training program because I'm a bit of a control freak with that. But that being said, I also train with these with my friends as well, with a team as well, and pick up new things. They help me out if I'm stuck on something, then they'll give me some new training techniques or something that they do. So you're always learning. Like it's never the same. Like my workouts are never the same. It's always evolving and changing and getting better and activating better. And I have someone that helps me out with my like, supplements and all that type of stuff. And then my peak week and all those things to bring it together because I get a bit like in peak week and the 2 weeks before I go a bit like nutty. I think we all do. Like I'll stand in front of the mirror and go, "It's all gone. Where is that gone?" I look like crap. And then I get it like, shut up, Tracy. Like, you look good. Shut up. Stop looking at yourself in the mirror. Go train. so,
Yeah.
so it really is
It's
like teamwork. You know what I mean? Like, we all work together really, really well. So some
that's good.
one of my friends really good with all the mental stuff too. He knows exactly how to talk to me, calm me down, stop the craziness, and just lets me get on with my job. Yeah.
Yeah, some people think that bodybuilding is like a solo, all your own kind of sport, but
Oh no,
it
it's
does take a
not.
team. It does take a team to get
Yes.
together because you have to understand when you're dieting, when it's time to work out,
Yeah.
rest and recovery. So much to this that involves a bodybuilder, and
Correct.
especially the diet part. Like after the show,
Yeah.
Tracy, where's that
Yes.
thing that called you? That thing that you wanted the most? The thing that
Espresso martini. So with my diet, I actually have autoimmune disease. I have ulcerative colitis of my entire colon. It's pretty serious. So for my food is pretty much has to be perfect. I don't want to take the pharmaceutical medication because I have to be on it forever and it would totally destroy my body, which is prednisone. So I use a Ayurvedic medication from India, which really it's magic. It's amazing. It really does. But my food has to be perfect. I have to keep stress levels down. That's why I do all my food as well. So my off-season food is pretty much the same as my prep food, but it's just more of it. So this also enables me to I stay in pretty good shape in between shows too. Whereas previously I used to put on say 15 kilos, all that type of thing, binge eating, eating all the rubbish and all the rest of it. After this show, I did have like a couple of days where I just ate stuff, and then I did pay the price for that. But, and sometimes you get the craving and you do it, but it's never worth it. It actually feels good to eat good all the time. I have so much more energy. I feel better. I'm more motivated. And although I do miss like the delicious like donuts and Krispy Kremes, it's
Yeah,
it's not worth the pain and discomfort it causes me, I suppose you would say. So.
yeah. You don't want to end up like Jeff Daniels and Dumber and Dumber sitting on the toilet. You don't want to
Pretty
be like that.
much.
Yeah,
Pretty
we got
much.
we got here comment from man KL. He says, 60 says, KL says, um, do you bench press for physique competitors? I'm just asking. So, you know,
So I'll do an incline bench press sometimes. Yep. I like to
mm,
stick to the hammer strength incline press more though. It feels better on my shoulders and the angle rather than a straight bar. So for me personally, I maybe do an incline bench press maybe once a month as well. Otherwise, I'll use the incline press machine. I just feel it's better anatomically for my body.
mm, mhm. So after the show, did they give you critique of what you need to improve on? Because
No, they said I could step on a pro stage and do really well.
it's pretty
So,
good,
but for me, I've had a look at all my photos and my videos now, and I've picked some things out that I want to improve on myself too. So, I've been chatting to Bev too. I sent her a huge message saying thank you, and she was sending a message back, which was really sweet. Tony Doty as well, the promoter here as well. So I got really good feedback and everything. But for myself personally, as an athlete who wants to be the best, I pick myself apart, but not in a bad way like I used to. I just see some things that I'm not quite happy with that need tweaking. I feel myself like because my glutes are pretty like new muscle. I need better control over them, especially in posing and things like that, just to make them like lock on harder and quicker. Just little bits and pieces. So I go through everything and I criticize it, pull it out, and I make sure I fix it. So
Yeah, that's good because you want to really make a judgment. Because you know what, if you go on the stage, you have to compete with somebody like Natalia Correjo or Sarah
exactly
Vilgas,
right.
or some
Exactly
of these.
right.
You have to. We like this when you go in after the champ. You have to go in fully loaded because
Fully
you don't
loaded.
want to take.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
want to take any chances. Here we are here from a man. KL, he says. Before you're up here, he says, "Do you listen to comedians? Who is your favorite one? Because I notice you laugh. You love to laugh.
I do
Are
love
you
to
into comedy?
laugh.
You into
I don't really
comedy?
watch much TV and stuff, no. So I sometimes go to the stand-up shows that we have around Brisbane, which aren't a lot. I like British humor, of course. I do find that very funny. I like old TV shows. When I was young, I used to watch like the old British TV shows, which used to make me
Benny
laugh.
Hill?
But no, I don't have a favorite comedian.
Yeah.
Um, I spent a lot of my life not laughing and being miserable and unhappy. And I swore that I would never live that way again. So every day I find, happiness in everything that I do. And I really genuinely put myself in every single moment and enjoy it and make the most of it because you only have one life, one life. And I've spent too much time when I was younger being sad and miserable and not laughing. And my laugh might annoy some people. It's super loud and shocking. But yes, I do love to laugh. I do love to laugh.
Well, it's good to have that because sometimes there's an old saying, "Laugh now, cry later," and
Yeah, that's right.
sometimes
Yeah, yeah.
it's good to try to just keep good spirits, especially in this
Yes.
sport because this
Yes.
sport is a mental, financially,
Huge.
physical,
Yeah.
psychological draining sport. and to
Yes.
have good humor and to hold your
Yeah.
like one quote I remember was like hold your head high even when habits
Yeah.
put upon you. You know, that's a good thing to have. Right here we have here from MKL. He says, um, I'm telling you, she's the Joker, Harley Quinn. And
I can be
also,
Harley
this is
Quinn.
from
Next Halloween, I'm on.
yeah, from Marathon. He says, "I love your huge muscles." You know, yeah, I
Thank
know that's what
you.
yeah, these guys love you too much. So, um, like I said again, this is a tough sport, and
Yes.
it takes a lot of time. And this is something I'd like to ask you: what would you like to see out of this sport for yourself? What do you want to see change in the sport for your mind?
For the in general, for well, I would like for so with female and bodybuilding and anyone that's so it's even like from the figure girls, physique girls, and bodybuilders, as you would know, there's a lot of negativity out there. There's a lot of hate. There's a lot of keyboard warriors that are really quick to hop on there and say you look like a man, you look disgusting, like where's your dick? There's a lot. I would really like that to change. There's some horrible things that they say they behind the comfort of their computer on the social media and stuff like that. I don't engage with any of these comments. I usually delete and block. Mainly so I don't feel the need to defend myself. And yes, I am different and I enjoy being different. Everybody is different. And I worked to look like this because I like it. And you don't have to like it. That's fine. You can totally have your opinion about it. But don't pull people down that are doing well and doing something for themselves, especially women. Like, we're trying to, you know, this is very different for us to do to try and push through in this sport. And like you said, it's a lot of so hard on our bodies mentally with our hormones and all the rest of it. But we're good people and we're working for goals just like everybody else. And no one should be pulled down for being different or chasing their goals or their dreams. And the the why they feel that their opinion should be so negative for a start and also be put out there to someone that they don't even know, why they feel that they are that important that they should do that, I really think that needs to change. If you don't like it, that's fine, fair enough, don't watch. It's
Hmm.
very easy. Go watch something else.
Yeah, like I remember so say, don't watch me, watch TV. And I think
Yeah.
sometimes it's with especially people like it be guys who look like me with boobs be talking about that you're trying to be a man, but no, you're a woman, you're an attractive woman, you got a nice physique,
Yes.
you love
Thanks.
this sport, and it's like I
Yeah.
said, it's a tough sport to do, but you love it.
Yeah.
Here we got some comments. Here we got a man. This is from a man balls deep. He says he says the only hate
Thanks,
because
JJ.
they can't achieve the level of success as you did. Also, he says, good evening, gorgeous.
Hey,
He's also
Balls
says,
Deep.
yeah, he says, yeah, that's his name, Balls Deep. He says, Chicago in here is all the way. He says, smash the like button. Shout out to thank you, Balls Deep. Also, he says, Schmo gang, 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 gang. And also, Balls Deep, come on, you need to behave better. He says, wait a minute, he's still about to come up. He takes my computer a little slow. I need to get a new one.
What?
Wait a minute. There he goes. Nice rack. Yeah,
Thanks. I told the
yeah,
doctor that too.
yeah, yeah. That's what these guys are saying. Look at it, say, yeah, and yeah, because if you don't understand something, then not everybody's going to be the same. Everybody's different.
Correct.
Everybody
Yes.
different colors, different size, different shades.
Yes.
It's just the world is not. If everybody in the world was the same, it'd be boring.
Oh my God, it'd be
And
so boring.
yeah,
Exactly.
you have to have different opinions, different ideas, different this.
Yes.
And
Yes.
like I said, and you ladies, like I said, when I do interviews and talk to you, you go through a lot. Sometimes, especially family, you understand it, what you're doing. Your friends. You had your friends before, and then because you got in the gym so much, that's your friends. But
Yes.
you ever had other friends? Sometimes say like, hey, I don't say what you're doing. You can't hang
Yeah.
out with everybody like you used to. I know somebody tell me
Yes.
like sometimes they I have to go to bed at 10 o'clock because I want to get early in the morning and do my training. And you can't go to the pubs and hang out with this person, that
Yes.
person.
Yeah.
But this is about the sport. It's about,
It is.
finding something you love and
Yeah.
having a passion for it. And
Yes.
also, like the other guy would say, what doesn't make you stranger? Make you stronger.
I love that.
Yeah, the Joker says, and it's just a lot. You gotta respect, your passion, what you do. Um,
Yes.
as for a man, Ball TV says, what up, salute George in the chat. Thank you, brother. Also, this is from Davis. He says, bunch of haters. They just jealous. Yeah.
That's
Also,
average.
uh, peace and blessings, beautiful. That's from Balls Deep. He says,
Thank you,
and this is
balls.
from my man, KL, the one that says negativity is everywhere, just like
Correct.
positivity. Nothing you can do, but just try not to feed into it.
Yeah,
And
exactly
yeah,
right. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
yeah, we got to shut out there because it's truthfully you got to really
absolutely.
don't
Yeah,
like this is something I remember. It was like an interview Bob Waters get she did an interview with the late John Wayne, and John told her said never let the bastards get the best of you, and that's what you
yes,
need to do. You can't let them
that's
like
it.
if they have a problem, that's on them. Also, this is from a man
But I always
balls
say,
deep. He
I always say,
says,
never let anyone take your sparkle ever.
"Yeah, it's from a man balls deep." I usually don't do. He says like this. He says, uh, "Flex for me, baby girl." Yeah, got a little flex balls deep. Okay, so I hope you're happy with that with the flex balls deep. She's flexing. All right, now you guys put a little tissue in your lotion, you'll be all right. So yeah, yeah. You said balls. He's laughing when I said that. So thank you. So, folks, we're not gonna hold it too long because it's she did take time here and talk with me and chat with me.
No, it's honestly
Um,
my pleasure. Thank you so much, George. Seriously.
well, this is from a quote from my favorite movie, Batman Begins. At the end, when um Jim Gordon said to Batman, says, "I need a chance to thank you," and Batman turned around and says, "You never have to," because this is why I do this. I like this. Is so I'm gonna tell you about myself. My mother was sick for like 6 or 7 years. I was taking care of her. And I started doing this to keep my mindset. And then when she
Yeah,
passed away, I had a lot of free time. I didn't know what to do with it. And then I started doing, I was already doing some stuff here and there, but then I started doing
yeah,
interviews and, people like
yeah.
Kristen and some levels of ladies here and this really gives me a purpose. And also give you ladies a voice because,
No, it's yeah,
you
it's
know,
very appreciated.
yeah, because you know what, they don't talk, society, like I said again, are not comfortable with the idea of women muscle. You know,
Yeah,
when I got into this, well, I was a fan of bodybuilding since I was like 10, 12 years old. My brother used to play football here, American football here in our hometown. And he used to get the muscle mags. And guys like Arnold and Lee Haney and Lou Ferrigno. And then y'all women, you just blow my professor mind. And just, let me show you something real quick, Tracy. Give me a second.
yeah.
This is my favorite all time female bodybuilder.
Yeah, oh my God.
This
Beautiful,
was
yes.
a friend of mine, Eunice. She was at the Olympia last year. And
Yeah.
Eunice did an interview with. She runs Bad Rap. It's a great company. And while she was there, she did me a great favor, and she had her had Andrea sign this for me.
Wow. That is amazing.
And I have gotten ever since I started this, I have gotten gifts. I know people who tell me they appreciate what I do, and
Yeah,
and I really, like I said again, I enjoy doing this. It gives me a purpose and give a person like you a voice. Where a lot of
yes.
people are not talking about your ladies on social media. Back in the day when I used to remember bodybuilding was on television. You catch it
Yeah,
on like regular television, but now you can only catch it on the internet or you can catch it on pay per view.
yeah,
It's just you women are. I gotta respect what y'all do. Yes, when I was younger, but that's when I was younger. But
yeah,
in this path of what I'm doing, I really learned something a lot about what it takes to be a woman in this sport, to be an athlete in this
yeah,
sport.
yeah,
And there's a lot of commitment, consistency, and passion you have to have. And that's why I respect people
yeah,
like yourself. Like, like I said, like I said, again, I'm not a big fan of Natalie Cuejo, but I do respect her physique and I respect who she is as a competitor. But
yeah,
I do appreciate the time she came here and she did come into the live stream before. And people like Andrea, like, and also I do a live stream. I got a partner. He's also a professional bodybuilder. He comes in and we do a live stream together. He's my brother.
yeah.
He's my brother, Mr. Big Keith Williams. And he
Ah,
I'm a fan of Big Keith.
so
But
cool.
he has the name of my girl. I tell him, he, I know he's talking with her to John Simmons, but I tell you see me, Dad. I told him, did you have my girl? I'm sorry, Tracey. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be like that. He's my brother. I love him, but he's just, say, George. I mean, come on, get your hands off my girl. I'm sorry, Tracey. I'm sorry. I just had a little moment. But but the big question, especially something about the money thing, um, are you having sponsors or everything's on you?
No, I don't. So I'm trying to hustle up some sponsors. Yeah, yeah. So no, yeah,
Well,
it's a
this
bit
is
harder in Australia. So yeah, but I've
well,
been putting myself to work to try and see if I can get some sponsors to really make
well,
this. I'd really like to make a huge tour in America and do the shows and just be there and be like amongst it and qualify for Olympia. And I will do it. I will definitely do it.
yeah. I know it's a tough part, especially where it's more. I think like these the popular divisions are bikini and wellness. They get more
Yes,
sponsors because they fit the mold of
yes,
ideal what people want to see femininity. But you
correct.
ladies deserve that. But I know this is why I always keep saying. I know there's guys out there that says, "Hey Tracy, your girl from down under. Well, I got something for you down under." No, 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 no. I just saw her
I'm going to send
husband.
you the messages. If I get them, I'm going to screenshot and send.
Yeah, I seen
Okay.
her husband. The guy fights the internet, guys. Come on, be respectful. But this is what should be done. It says, Mrs. Guile, we have a plan for you. We like your personality. We like your look. We like to sponsor you. So if anything you need from us, like take care of your travel expenses, your food expenses,
Yeah.
your this and that, we were happy to help you. You represent our product. If you like our product, we can set it up for you. I mean,
Yeah.
sponsorship does help. It does help
Yes,
with taking some of
absolutely.
the pressure off of the cost of
Yes, it
competing.
does a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Here we got a comment. This from man Vinny. He says, uh, "Snap, I'm late. I wanted to see the interview live. Love your energy. She is more energetic than the entire division." Yeah, well, shout out to you. Um,
Thank you, Vinny.
my man KL picked on me and said, "Oh boy, he never going to stop pulling that
For
magazine
you.
out." I love it because you know what, KL? Because like my other guy says, it completes me. Yeah. So we got here. This is from man. Davy says, uh, George Heel man. All right, I'm coming down. But like I said, every time I see, even David, he has his hand on my girl. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, I love Andrea. I love her, but I kind of get So here comes my man. This is from my man says, from McKay. He says, what does she do as side job outside of bodybuilding? Well, she says she's a trainer, and that's what she does. And
Yeah.
and this is from a man. Balls. He says she should come to Chicago. Maybe next
Okay.
time, next year. I mean, like I said, she already got a plan. And
Yes.
sometimes like the other guy says, I, other guy said, I don't have a plan. I'm just a dog in cars. If I get one, I don't know what to do with it. Something. So, like I said, you're planning doing you're 6 weeks away from doing the Imperial in Alcante, that's in Spain,
Yep.
and
Yep.
then you're going to hit a U.S. tour, which is you're going to hit Tampa, Texas, and Arizona, and there's
Yes.
also another show in Nevada, which is the I think it's the what is it, the Sports Legion Fest. That be maybe a show
Oh,
why you
is
stay in
that?
the U.S.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay, then
yeah.
on Sports Legion Fest. Okay, I'll look that one up
Yeah,
too.
you should check it out. And
Okay.
and next year if you can, like I say, Chicago, and there's also
Yeah, absolutely. That's it. And the New
yeah,
York Pro and everything on that definitely next year. Yeah. Yeah. I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
do
I
all
know,
of them.
yeah, I know. Bev would love to have you there, especially New York Pro.
Yeah, it would be.
This for a man. Ballsy says, I love her smile and laugh. Thank you, Ballsy.
Thank you so
Also,
much.
this
Thank
is from
you.
a man. Um, David says,
Oh,
George,
that's
buddy, you gotta let this go. I, I just, right. I know I can't help but be a sense. He's just so I just can't help it because I think it's
I love
just
this
maybe
enthusiasm from you. Take a breath, George. Take a breath.
yeah. It's just I can't help myself.
I
She's
know.
just she's just so
She's oh my I
beautiful.
know. She's
I just can't. I just
she is
I mean she
so
really.
so beautiful. I'm not there. I totally. She's so beautiful. Yeah.
Well, I remember a couple years ago I went to Savannah Pro. She guest posed over there. It was amazing. Her and or was her and Mona personally or guest posing. She was just amazing to see her live. And I mean, people who know her, so she's just a genuinely down to earth person. People like her and like you. I think you have good personality about you, Tracey.
Thank you.
And you have a good sense of yourself. And right there, you have your pro card, so you want to show it to the crowd so people can see an actual IFB pro card.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
I haven't had it framed yet. Someone's coming later on to frame it. I'm serious.
You should, hey, you should, because you know what? That's a great achievement. Like I said, again, I've known ladies who competed as pro for amateurs for 20, 30 years and finally get their pro card.
Yes.
I've interviewed ladies who just made their pro debut this year and got their pro card. I mean, you
Yeah.
deserve to be proud of this is hard work you put
Oh,
into it and support with
yes.
your friends, your husband. You deserve that. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a lot. Like I said again, to be a competitive sport, to get up in the morning. There's days where you don't want to get up. You might want to lay there with your hubby and hug them all morning, all night. But you
Yeah.
got to go to the gym. You got to get up. You got to
Yep.
follow you got to follow your diet. There's so
Yes.
much sacrifices for sport. And I
Yeah.
just want to say this. I wish there was more reward for you competitors. Like, the shows, as I say this, the men's division is the bottom bitch. They're always gonna get more
Yeah.
money. But you ladies, you
Yeah.
deserve a little more compensation. I mean,
Thank. No. Yeah.
some
I agree. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, folks, like I said again, we do appreciate the lovely Mrs. Guile for coming through here. It's the morning, afternoon for her. It's about bedtime for me, but I do appreciate when I get to talk to someone outside the United
George, I
States.
really appreciate you, and this has been so much fun. Seriously, thank you so much. And I know
Like I
you said
said,
don't thank you, but I am. This has been a great, great, great time with you, and I hope we can talk again sometime.
I'm for Clint. I'm gonna take a breath. Uh, don't cry. Don't cry. I do I truly did appreciate when you ladies, support people like myself, like guys like KL, David, the Female Body Channel, the Unspot, guys who do content about you women, because the fact is, we want to give y'all a voice. Like I said, we want to get you
Yes,
opportunities to share who you are. Let people know that you're not just these big pump, women out there.
yeah,
And
that's right. Yeah,
you're a wife, you're a friend, you're a coach, you're a trainer.
yeah,
This is being recognized. You are a human being and you have a
yes,
passion for a sport that doesn't get a lot of recognition compared to others.
yes,
That's why
that's
I
true.
love doing these interviews and give y'all voice. This is from my man, you know, um, my man Balls. He says, with that laugh, if George is the Joker, she's the gotta be the Harley Quinn. This is my man, Money J says, I love it. Yeah, thank you, brother.
Thank
Also,
you.
this is from Money J says, this is Tracy laugh. I can't. Oh my God. Um, Also, this is from my man, Balls Deep. He says, uh, right, he goes, it takes some time. My computer's getting slow. It says, good night, beautiful.
Good
And
night, balls deep. Thank you
I
for
didn't usually don't
watching.
ask this, but because every so often these guys I know they want to see it says, he says, flex on the way out. So,
Okay then.
uh, yeah. So
Want to
we're
flex
gonna see.
everything?
Yeah, flex when you feel like you want to flex.
Okay.
Show off.
Okay.
I
Okay.
that's
Okay.
what they want here. They want to see the flex guy. So take a deep breath. You know,
Hang on. Where's my camera?
there she goes. Wow, she has a great body, folks. I mean, you know, I think she most definitely has Olympia level, body. I mean,
Wow. Thank you.
you're welcome. I mean, if you look at people like now, you look at the top three competitors at the Olympia this year, last year. You had Sarah Vilgas, you have Natalia, you had Zuma Bonita.
Yes.
Those are amazing. Those ladies look pretty good. I follow those ladies on social
Yes.
media. And, I know Sarah's going to do a guest post in Pittsburgh, but then she had an issue with a plane. She couldn't do it. She does a lot. She really does. She really speaks up for y'all division, and then also for women's body. But that's why I like to say that. This is for my man, uh, Ballsy says, yes, Lord. Yeah. And also, this is from my man Ballsy says very swole and sexy. So and
Thank
now
you.
Ballsy, now Ballsy can go sleep tonight because I know I made you a little happy. So
Sweet dreams.
yes, it's true. So before we let you go, you have anybody you want to shout out to, and somebody you want to say thank you.
I want to say thank you to. This is long though.
Hey,
No,
take
I
time
want
you
to say
want.
thank you to my husband. Thank you to my good friend Trevor Ledbetter, Cam George, and Alex Connors, and Jesse McPhee, and also to Tash Fenton. It's our little family, our little team. Huge shout out for us achieving what we achieved together as a little family. My team is my family. And what we achieved at the weekend and this situation here, they were just as happy and emotional and excited as I was about it. And I just a huge shout out to them. I love them so much, as well as everybody else, all my clients and all my friends and everybody that's always been in my corner and supported me for 14 years through every single competition. And they've heard all the stories. They've seen me go up and down. They've questioned me, why do you still want to do this? But they're always there at the shows. They're always there watching me, either it's live stream or there. It means a lot. And to IFBB Pro League Australia as well. As a big shout out to Andy from Pro Tan Australia. That is my lady, one of my best friends too. She gives me the perfect tan always, always. She tans at Olympia too sometimes. So hopefully she'll be at the one that I'm at.
Well,
And to
that's
the IFBB staff that obviously that we've got here, beautiful, beautiful people. They make every show backstage just an amazing experience for the competitors as well. So I want to thank everybody. Yeah.
well. We'd like to thank you for your time. We
Thank
wish you the
you.
best of luck in your future. Like I said again, you ladies deserve a lot of respect for what you do, and
Thanks,
it's a
Jules.
lot. And if people don't understand that, like one of my favorite comedians, Bernie Mac, says, "Fuck them." That's all you can say. Fuck them. You know, that's all you can say. Yeah, because the fact is, you do this because you love this sport, and you know
I
what?
do.
I said
Yes.
again, you do what you need to do. Like
Yes.
this is from this is from my favorite quotes from my favorite movie, Rocky Balboa. When Rocky says to his son, says, "It doesn't matter how hard you think you can hit. It's not hard to take the hits and keep moving
Yes.
forward. Because how winning is
Yeah.
done. You got to keep moving
That's it.
forward." Um,
Yeah.
it's from Man Balls Deep. He says, uh, he says, "If you're looking for a side dude, I'm available." He says your husband's a lucky man, and
Thank
also
you.
he says this, uh,
Fuck
fuck
him.
yeah. Thank you, Balls Deep. We
Love
appreciate
that.
that.
I love that.
Folks, like I said again, we do appreciate the time Tracy gave us. We wish her best of luck. We hope she does well in her pro debut. Also, I'm here to thank my man Balls Deep, Davis Adams, Rolando G, uh,
Thank you. Thank
Natalia
you.
Cuejo, who came through here.
Natalia. Mwah.
Yeah, KL the Wanderer, Stephen Prey, Money J, all you who watch this, share, comment, subscribe. As you know, she's planning on put up a YouTube channel. Whenever you want to put up a YouTube channel, send me the link. I'll post it into this video.
Okay.
If you want to support her, like I said again, her social media stuff is in the description of this live. You can follow her, support her.
Thank you.
Also she has a Patreon on her social media, so you want to help her out that because Patreon it helps make a little money there. But
Thank
guys,
you.
I'm gonna tell you guys, I don't know if it do no good or not. I do this because the fact is it needs to be said, guys, no D pics.
No
Come
deep
on.
pics. I'll just send them back.
This is a true story.
I'll be like,
I remember
return to sender.
I, I remember I was doing I had a little live discussion. It was a lady. She was a pro figure competitor. She just turned pro, and her husband was a pro 212 guy. He said that one time he a lot of the bodybuilding guys get a lot of dick pics because there's a lot of comes out, and what he did he was send one back of his own. So but it's just you have to respect a woman like Tracy, and I think you
Thank
get more with a silk glove than with an iron fist. Oh, we got one more thing for Ball Street before we head him out. He says, um, I'll put a little something on her phone bill. I think her husband takes care of that. So you have to worry about that, Ball Street. So, like I said again, we appreciate the time you gave us here. Yeah, we appreciate the time we gave you. She gave me. I'm trying to keep my composure. I'm trying to be professional. I won't be Walter Cronkite.
George, thank you. You are seriously the best.
Nah, I'm just a much as pro smoker like buff chick. That's all. But we do thank you. Wish you best of luck. We hope to see
Thank you.
you, in your pro debut, whatever, whenever and whatever. Folks, like I said
Yep.
again, you want to follow her social media stuff is in the description of this live stream. Support her. Don't be that weird guy. Okay, okay. And we'd like to thank her for the time she gives us. So we wish you best of luck, and
Thank you. Thank you.
all the best for you and your husband and everybody else in your family. Anyway, this is Man Always Yours page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk. Like, don't subscribe. I am out. Good evening, good morning, and good night.
Bye.